Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. How are we doing today? Good morning, my people. It is Friday morning. Wow, we have made it down to the end of that 5-day week. I actually was kind of feeling a little jazzy this morning, so I wanted to play some jazz music in the background for us to get this Friday morning started. And I guess I don't really have a question this morning. I have more of a statement. And the statement that I have to you today will be stop going against the currents of the water. Stop going against the currents of the water. The reason I made that statement because I was getting ready to take my shower, but before I was taking my shower, I was sitting peacefully quiet and had some quiet time, and my third eye became open in the midst of me meditating. So while I was meditating, I kept seeing this stream of water. I kept seeing how in the beginning of it, so closer to me, I would see that the stream or the width of it was narrow, but the farther out it became more open. And my spirit started dealing with me to tell me that I need you to put the paddles back in the boat. At this moment, at this time in your life, stop paddling the boat. Stop paddling against the currents. I need you to just allow the boat to float. And it was scary to me because I was in this boat by myself. But I knew the farther I went ahead, I had a bigger territory in front of me. So I say to you this morning, as well as myself, put the boat back, put your paddles back in the boat and allow your boat to flow with the currency of the water. Your currency right now may cause you to sit alone. That could be, like I said, I'm still dealing with the soul, their inner being, their inner woman. It may cause you to paddle, to sit alone so you can think, read, go back in and reassess situations and just flow. And you're taking that energy that you will use to paddle when it's time for you to get closer to your territory. You'll have enough strength to keep going to the other side and you won't be tired. And the more I start talking about this, the more emotional I become because sometime in life, our world spins and we're always going into it with a force of energy because we want to be that gazelle. We want to be that lion. We want to take it on. So we know we have accomplished something that day. But what happens when your soul needs to rest in the moment to allow your inner being to flow? And when I say flow, I mean flow. I spoke about what does Shariban say? To dance, to be able to. But right now, I need your spirit to flow. It's like you're standing and you know which way the wind is blowing, but you're going to go the opposite direction. How about if you just open your arm and allow it to just come in? Don't fight against it. Flow. And your flow and your currents, like I said, you may have to be in that boat alone with no cell phones, with no honeys, with no work life. You might need to be in it alone. And to me, that's what the spirit says when you get awakened early in the morning and you're trying to take on that day. But before you take on that day, have you spent that moment by yourself? And some people say, I may wake up by myself every day. I do. Some people may say, before I go to work, I meditate. That is great. That is great. Continue across this journey. Continue to be able to just go with the flow of the currents. It's going to get cold here after a while. We've been dealing with hurricanes. Fall has approached us. And even when the tides get high and your boat may seem like it has to rock and shift, but when you release and be still, just be still. And this time my spirit did not show me a boat. I was in a smaller boat, something real small, only two passengers can go through. And like I said, I was going upstream up the river. And the closer I was through the forest, it was narrow, but the farther out I became a little bit wider. And it was scary too. Because I'm thinking like what's around me about to attack. I'm looking for that moment or something to come before me to block what I have going before. But my inner soul kept saying, be still. I need you to breathe, be still, go with the flow. Take the moment to look at your scenery, because this scenery will not be the same if you keep your eyes on what's ahead. So it's Friday. I will not continue to hold you up with anything else. Like I said, it's Friday. It's 5 a.m. my time, Central Time, in the great state of Alabama. So I compel with that voice today. Go with the flow of the currents. Continue. It is something out there for you. And if it requires you to sit alone, my friends, sit alone. I always believe if everybody was to take some self-evaluation of themselves and work on themselves when it's time for us to join hand in hand, what would this world, what would this universe actually be like? It would be so much peace, so much love, so much joy. So I challenge you. It's Friday. You may not have woke up. You may have not gotten up and the best. Your vibration may have been real low. Real low. And that's okay. But I'm here to let you know, don't fight against the currents. Don't fight against it. Just go with the flow. Go with the flow. It won't be like that always, because it's greater ahead of you. Stay focused. This is my prayer. I pray everybody be able to have a grand day. Enjoy it. Dance. Smile. And most of all, love. Enjoy the rest of your Friday.